Biden pardoning son Hunter. Posting on Truth Social, it's an abuse. Yet, the president used the same phrase defending the pardon.
President Biden says it's clear his son Hunter was treated different during federal prosecutions for a gun charge and tax offenses, arguing raw politics infected the process and led to a miscarriage of justice. The White House and the president repeatedly said a pardon for his son was not being considered following convictions in Delaware and California federal courts. Hunter Biden was scheduled to be sentenced this month and face the possibility of jail time.
That's Fox's Jared Halpern. Now, President Biden's in Africa visiting Angola, leaving right after issuing that pardon that goes beyond the gun and tax cases. It also covers any crime Hunter Biden might have committed in the last 10 years. Congressman Corey Mills tells Fox
he's continued to try and go ahead and bail his son out instead of doing what's right, which is allowing the scale of justice to actually rule.
House Republicans have been investigating Hunter Biden's overseas business dealings, and if the president was involved. Israel's military confirmed this morning one of its soldiers held hostage in Gaza, who is also an American, is dead. Adding Omer Nuetra was actually killed in the October 7th terror attack last year, and Hamas took his body along with hundreds of hostages. This says humanitarian aid for Gaza has been suspended.
The biggest UN agency providing aid to Palestinians says the most important entry point between Israel and Gaza just isn't safe. UNRWA reports 2 recent convoys were looted by armed gangs near the Kerem Shalom crossing. It's calling on Israel to maintain order.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. It's Cyber Monday. A lot of Americans will shop while they work.
Shoppers are searching for big deals and deep discounts today. And according to Adobe Analytics, consumers are expected to spend a record $13.2 billion, making it the year's biggest shopping day for e-commerce.
That's Tanya Powers, America's...
Trump's victory doesn't mean our financial worries are over. Hi, Dr. Ron Paul here. Washington's spending addiction still threatens your savings. That's why I recommend gold IRAs from my friends at Birch Gold Group. These accounts protect your retirement from government mismanagement. For a free info kit on gold IRAs, text the word SHELTER to 989898. Don't wait. Text SHELTER to the number 989898 now for your free kit from Birch Gold.
Message and data rates may apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Christopher Wray may not be the FBI director much longer, even though his term leading the Bureau doesn't end until 2017. Wray may be fired by President-elect Trump, who over the weekend nominated a new FBI director.
President-elect Trump has picked Kash Patel, a former prosecutor, to lead the FBI and likely reform it. GOP Senator Bill Hagerty of Tennessee said he would back the nominee.
He's the one that uncovered for the American public what happened with Russiagate. He's the one that can see through the fix here.
Connecticut Democratic Senator Chris Murphy already says he's a no vote. Murphy says Patel believes
that the Department of Justice should serve to punish, lock up, and intimidate Donald Trump's political opponents.
Both were on NBC's Meet the Press. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Closing arguments are in 2 hours in a New York City courtroom in the case against Marine veteran Daniel Penny and the death of a homeless man.
Daniel Penny's accused of second-degree manslaughter for putting Jordan Neely in a chokehold on a subway car last year after he began threatening to kill people, saying he didn't care if he went to jail. While jurors didn't hear from Penny himself directly from the witness stand, they did hear from the Marine veteran in his own words when an interview he did with police was played back to them. He had said at the time he didn't want to hurt Neely, he just wanted to keep him from hurting others. Other witnesses told jurors that they were in fear when Neely started to openly threaten violence. Prosecutors from the Office of District Attorney Alvin Bragg say Penny overreacted and was reckless when he restrained Neely. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures mix not moving much after the Dow closed November at a record high. On Sunday Night Football, the Bills plowed the 49ers in the snow in Buffalo.
Allen stepping up, hopping, running, scoring again.
Josh Allen and the Bills routed San Francisco 35-10 on NBC, clinching a division title for Buffalo. Other division leaders that also won: Houston, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and Seattle, but Atlanta lost. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. State lawmakers in recess for the rest of the year while several key pieces of legislation hang in the balance. Many of the votes that went uncast were regarding gun control. Advocates hoping stricter laws regarding domestic violence offenders and their ability to access weapons will be passed early in the year. Illinois Farm Bureau suing to maintain its current status with the American Farm Bureau Federation. In the suit, the state organization claims it was unfairly stripped of its federation membership. Suit filed earlier this month with the Illinois 11th Judicial Circuit. State Farm Bureau's membership set to expire on December the 20th. Holiday season shines bright as the 24th annual Parade of Lights presented by Christie Clinic illuminates downtown Champaign Saturday, making the perfect kickoff to Small Business Saturday. This cherished community tradition invites everyone to celebrate. The Parade of Lights, themed Candy Cane Lane, begins at 6 p.m. Have a great time and enjoy the event. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Well, good morning. It is Monday. Good to have you listening on a December 2nd, and it feels every bit of a December 2nd. I'm showing 15 degrees in downtown Philo where the tree lighting happened last night.
It was so fun.
Another hallmark moment here in downtown Philo Solier where people stood around.
Yeah, nice.
Saw it live on Facebook, and it was beautiful.
Oh, good.
6,000 bulbs, and I've counted them this morning.
Excellent.
Yeah, 6,002.
Every one of them working, I presume?
Every single one of them are working here
Excellent.
on the Christmas tree in downtown Philo, the known center of the universe. All right, Mr. Greg Solier has joined us now with our weather this morning. I only have about 14 things to bring up since last Wednesday. That's all.
Yeah, it's a
14
list.
Are we going to do them all in 1 hour or both hours?
It's going to take the
whole week?
whole hour, the whole 2 hours of this morning's program because there's so much to elaborate on. Lots and lots and lots, including the Bear game on Thursday.
Oh, don't even get me started in that.
Why? Why did you have to go there?
Because it's necessary. Weather with the Solier, man.
Yeah,
go ahead.
You know what? It should have been done in the dismissal right there in Detroit. Not even take the plane ride home, with the team. So
they let them have a press conference this next morning too.
Yeah, that too.
They said that they hadn't decided, so go ahead and meet the press, and then hour after that he's
supposedly Warren and Poles were meeting at that time.
Yeah,
so would have tripped something off.
Well, and then they apparently Kevin Warren, who didn't he call us Illinois as the Big Ten commissioner? And he also gave the Big Ten.
Vikings guy.
Yeah, he's the Big Ten title he gave to Michigan when we were 16-4 and Michigan was 14.
But who remembers?
Who remembers? He apparently is going to pick the coach.
Oh, really?
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the stadium thing ain't working out too well for him either. So
Bears. Here's the deal. This morning I came up with a brilliant idea. We buy the Bears. We make them the Green Bay Packers. Everybody owns it, and we put it in Philo. Boom. Bam. Done.
Wow.
They played down there a few years ago when they redid, Soldier. Why not?
Yeah, I got some farmland out here. Johnny wouldn't mind. We'll build a stadium and parking. Boom. Bam. Done. Okay, weather brought to you by Carl.
Carl reminds you, the holidays are a special time for many, but for some, there's difficult situations and memories that can lead to negative behaviors. If you need to help someone, or maybe they have gambling or substance abuse, reach out at carl.org.
I'll come up with the stock share prices in just a moment. I'll do it on the spot after Solier's done with the...
I'll scrape a couple of bucks together for you. I'm in.
It's all affordable. We'll just be like everybody has a piece of the rock. Okay.
The Philo Bears.
Philo
I like
Bears.
that.
Yeah, you got it. Boom. I'll show the water tower every week. Okay, sir. Looks like winter to me.
Yeah, well, it is. And welcome to Meteorological Winter. It's a bookkeeping thing. We start the winter clock in the weather business at least the 1st of December and the 1st of every month as it applies to just before the actual astronomical event, whether it's the solstice or the equinox. In any event, 15 degrees. That certainly qualifies over at Willen and Savoy and here in Philo as well. 15 at Danville, 12 at Rantoul. There were some areas just west and south of us that had a little skip of snow over the weekend. 3 inches close to it down around the St. Louis area. In the next
next little Clipper-style feature, which may generate perhaps a few flurries in the air as the day wears on today, out into the western part of the state and into parts of eastern and southeastern Iowa. Of course, the main event is the big lake snows that people have been monitoring through northern Indiana, western Michigan, and if you caught some of those football games out there, especially Buffalo last night, all or nothing. That's the way lake effect works. A couple of inches in one spot, a couple of feet in another. None of that nonsense anytime around here, but a few flurries may fly throughout the day today. More clouds and an afternoon temperature across the area that tops out at around 29. That's about 10 shy of normal. Tonight clearing off 14. Sunny, cold for the day tomorrow, 33. Slowly rising temperatures tomorrow night should briefly get us to 43 on Wednesday. Nothing more than a flurry or a sprinkle in the morning. Then back down to colder weather. 24 on Thursday, up to 30 on Friday. Lower teens at night. So some cold weather for the end part of the week. We start slowly a pattern shift around here back into at least milder days, more seasonal days. Saturday and Sunday weekend highs will be right around 40 degrees. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, Greg, good news. The share price to get in to have a piece of the Chicago Bears would only be $1,000.
Oh,
only $1,000?
Only $1,000. The bad news is I need 4 million people to do that. So
I'll make some phone calls up here.
because I figure it's going to take $4 billion to buy the Bears.
And you're picking the head coach. I want any part of it.
Okay,
Well, I know what
yeah,
I know what direction we want to go in, but I don't think they'll come here. Well, if that's in charge, maybe they will come here.
Yeah,
So,
maybe. If it's called the Staley Bears, why not the Philo Bears?
Why not?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Back in the day.
Philo on one side of the water tower and the Bears symbol, the Bears head logo on the other side.
And everybody will want to come, and it'll be hard to get a seat, and we'll have in the neighborhood with houses all around, just like Green Bay.
Maybe Ditka wants to come back and
boom,
coach.
We're in it. Here we
All
go.
right.
It's all coming together. $1,000, you can buy a piece of the Chicago Bears, and I need 4 million shareholders.
Yes.
Yeah, we probably won't have any meetings. Just a little too big. No place holds
we
anything.
can do it on Zoom.
That's only a third of the state of Illinois chipping in $1,000. Come on.
Why not?
It's a depressing thing. It was just unbelievable. You get sacked at 33 seconds. You have a timeout left. The clock runs out, and you don't even go for the tie.
Right.
It was 23-20. The Bears looked like they were going to win. They had it down on the 20. They might take a shot in the end zone and beat the mighty Lions. And something happened. Everybody it was stunning.
I mean, everybody had a hand in it, but the purpose of the head coach is, I mean, if you're a year 3 or 4 quarterback, you ought to know by now, even a year 2 quarterback, that you got to take charge. But that's a rookie out there.
Yeah, I know.
And you got, were the coordinators screaming in Eberflus's headset, hey, call a timeout, we'll reset. Dump something out, you get the field goal unit out and kick it.
Yeah.
He just looks stupefied out there.
Well, at 33 seconds when it gets sacked, I'm using my last timeout. Then there's 32 seconds. You're going to
figure it out.
You're going to throw one over the middle to about the 25 or 20. That's going to be open. They're going to give you the middle. And then you go up, you clock it, you throw the ball down with 8 seconds left, you kick a field goal, you tie, you go to overtime.
Bingo.
Okay.
Yeah, that's simple.
Yep.
That's simple.
Okay, brother. We'll keep it going.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Greg Solier, our meteorologist at 7:13. So, the Bears were looking for a quarterback, and what do? I mean, now everybody's like, it's so dysfunctional. Word has it that when they did interview before Eberflus, they interviewed a guy to come to Chicago. They sent him a plane ticket in coach. Normally, clubs that are worth $4 billion who send a private jet, show them how we do things.
Yes.
They send them a coach ticket. So the Bears might need to be sold to the Philo Bears, and I'll talk to Johnny, see if he'll go 1,000. And we'll just have to get all our buddies to figure this out. So there's item 1 off the list. The Chicago Bears are looking for a new coach, and good luck to them. But this last one was as egregious. Christian looked at me on Thanksgiving and said he might be fired today.
Right.
It was actually tomorrow. So he got through Friday. And I didn't see the press conference, but somebody had asked him about the final minute, and he thought they handled it fine. He didn't say that, right? There's no way. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, nice guy, I'm sure. Good defensive coordinator.
Well, certainly the people that were watching around our Thanksgiving table or taking a break or however that worked out were saying, wow, is Matt Eberflus going to lose his job? I was talking about his fine-looking orange tennis shoes because he was supporting the ALS Association. His father had passed away from ALS, and I was proud of him for that. But then everything fell apart.
Yeah, you got to win, and there's other coaches on the hot sheet.
Right.
Ryan Walters didn't make it over at Purdue. He's fired 5-19 after
I heard about that too.
2 seasons, but that was no surprise. 1-11 with the Purdue Boilermakers, 18th in the Big Ten. Best game was against us, 50-49. We beat them, and Dylan Rosiak tackled the guy in the extra point try.
That's right.
And that was really close, but we did hold on and beat Purdue. Seems to always have our number, but Ryan Walters also fired, and believe it or not, Ryan Day at Ohio State may be in trouble. What is he, 47-2 outside of Michigan, but he's lost 4 straight to Michigan. This was the year Ohio State was going to get him back.
That's right.
And you know what?
Michigan came out on top 13-10.
He might not survive. The people in Columbus are like thinking this, you can't, no.
Ohio State is bumped down to number 7 now.
Well, if he wins the national title, he'll have a job. If he doesn't, I don't know. And it's stunning to think you can go 12-1 and be on the hot seat.
Yeah.
Well, that's where he is.
Tough times for the Buckeyes.
Whew. You just can't lose to Michigan, particularly when you're 23-point favorites in Columbus. Unacceptable. I saw a kid on X, and he's taken off the 10 layers he had on at the game, and every layer he said, you can't lose to Michigan 4 times in a row. Takes another one off. You can't lose to Michigan. Did that 10 times.
Oh, my goodness.
No, they're done. I think Ryan Day might be on. It's unbelievable.
Well, I saw how there was a little unsportsmanlike conduct at the end of the game.
Is it okay to plant your flag? If Purdue comes to my house and plants it at Memorial Stadium, my guys are going after them.
That's going to ruffle feathers.
Is that okay to do that, or should you not worry about it, or should you not allow that?
Right.
Should you ban flag planting on opposing fields?
Okay.
I don't know.
I did see that.
There were 4 fights, 4 different games of rivalry games Saturday. And I don't know, 217-359-2255. Text in on the Fisher National Bank text line. I don't know. I mean, you win. Hey, let's celebrate. Plant your flag at the 50-yard line. Ain't happening in my house. Or is it okay to plant a flag? If I go up to, I don't know who's a big rivalry for Illinois. I mean, if I went to Michigan and did that right when the guys are leaving the field, I don't think that'd go well.
Right.
So anyway, we'll see if anybody has any thoughts on flag planting, but that's another thing here.
Number 21 now, Illinois football over Northwestern 38-28. Looking good at Wrigley at 9-3 and then 6-3 in the Big Ten. Aiden Lawfrey, wow.
He only carried it 12 times. 3 touchdowns and 172 yards, only carried it 12 times. It's just like, wow.
Yeah, and Pat Bryant with another stellar game.
Yeah,
now,
and
of course, Sunday is when we'll find out the bowl pairings. Lots of speculation till then, though.
Well, we'll see if Alabama makes it. If Alabama doesn't make it, we might get them. Citrus Bowl, Orlando, December 31. I've heard Texas A&M. I've heard South Carolina. It's going to be a really good team. We're 9-3. And do not hold it against Pat Bryant if he decides not to play. He said after the game, I'm looking forward to suiting up with my boys one more time. Don't hold it against them. When they start telling him, Pat, there's $18 million if you don't get hurt.
Right.
This ain't the playoffs. It's just the game. It's the way it is now. But that would be, I mean, Pat Bryant was a good player last year. He's a phenomenal player this year.
And speaking of postseason play, 2024 NCAA volleyball berth for our Fighting Illini team. 18-12 on the season, 10-10 in the Big Ten. Louisville, Friday at 3 is when we'll play Northern Iowa.
All right, weather brought to you by Watts Copy Systems. They offer cost-efficient solution for busy office. If you want a free evaluation for your office, 217-352-0428 for Watts Copy Systems. Here's our meteorologist, Gregory Solier.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign, and vicinity back in and back on duty. And hopefully one and all had a fantastic holiday weekend period. Still that hint and touch of wintertime continuing out for this week. And up and down on temperatures as well will be the story. But once again, no major weather systems in sight. Signs a little milder spell of weather getting going around here come the weekend and more so into next week. In the meantime, next little fast-moving weak disturbance will generate a few flurries and even a snow shower for this morning through early afternoon. Cloudiness at a high near 29. West-northwest wind clear tonight. Cold. Lows down to 14. Sunshine cold tomorrow and 33. A little more seasonal briefly for the day on Wednesday up to 43. Maybe a few flurries or sprinkles early on. Windy, much colder weather on Thursday, only in the 20s. Highs up near 30 on Friday, then upper 30s and lower 40s for Saturday and Sunday under partly to mostly sunny skies. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Since Busey Bank first opened our doors in 1868, we have built upon a tradition of close relationships and broad financial capabilities. Our experienced team provides the highest level of personalized service to ensure we accomplish your goals, simplifying your wealth management and business lending needs and ensuring a legacy for generations. Building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Wall Street is starting December with a modest decline in stock futures. That's after the S&P saw its 53rd record close of the year, and the Dow finished with its 47th record. Today is Cyber Monday, so if you didn't find enough bargains on Christmas in July, the October Prime Day sale, and competing discounts, and then Black Friday, there are fresh discounts today. Research firm Adobe says shoppers spent $10.8 billion on Black Friday, up more than 10% from a year ago. Whole Foods is apparently looking to take some business from 7-Eleven and Wawa. The Wall Street Journal says Whole Foods has launched a smaller concept Daily Shop mini market in Manhattan. It's planning another Daily Shop store for Washington, D.C. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jen Posola. Invested in you.
Kudlow on Fox Business is now on the go for podcast fans. Download the Kudlow Show podcast every weekday at foxbusinesspodcasts.com. Kudlow covers the latest headlines and business trends with an emphasis on the financial impact facing households and businesses across the country. Listen to interviews with key business newsmakers. The Kudlow podcast will be available on the go after the show every weekday at foxbusinesspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Whether it's pro or college, the app to bet football is Circus Sports Illinois. Circus Sports, it's betting the way it should be. Circus Sports Illinois has high betting limits, low holds, and exceptional customer service. Bet on all your favorite teams in every game this season. Spreads, props, futures, or in-game, Circus Sports has it. Fund and bet like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com.
Must be 21 or older. For Illinois Problem Gambling Services, please call 1-877-968-7848.
So when was the last time you saw a best deal guarantee?
You mean a promise that actually held up?
Right.
That some unknown online entity didn't want you to log in and download a code and then re-verify as you join some club.
Drives you nuts, I know.
And then once you purchase that set of steak knives...
Well, Dick Van Dyke Appliance World is a lot simpler. You find a verified great deal and they beat it. Just show them the deal you saw. A newspaper clipping or the online cart price will do, and then you're good.
At Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, it's one of those instances where you see a best deal guarantee and...
you get the best deal.
This is Dennis Reekin, chairman of Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Our exclusive 10-year protection plan comes free with most appliance purchases. Whether it's a GE, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, Bosch, or any of our 30 brands, I guarantee we will beat any competitor's deal. Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
One thing's for sure, everybody's different. That's why the new Villa Grove Community Center has something for everyone. Basketball your thing? Got it. Baseball or softball? Indoor batting cages and leagues for all ages. Indoor running track, soccer, pickleball, weightlifting, ellipticals, it's all here. Plus, a splash pad for those hot summer days and a community room perfect for parties or meetings. And membership is open to anyone. The Villa Grove Community Center. What's your thing?
Find the look you love for less at Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Explore their wide selection of quality pieces, from cozy sofas to exquisite dining sets from all the top name brands. With personalized service and expert advice, their team makes finding the perfect piece effortless. Create the home of your dreams with Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Exceptional customer service and the best prices since 1959. Stop by today or visit them online at kelseyfurniture.com.
All right, so we are really kicking off with a whole bunch of sports this morning. When I mentioned Ryan Day at Ohio State might be in trouble, it's just because he loses to. We just can't lose that rivalry game. Particularly the most expensive football team ever put together is what they were saying, or something, right? $20 million for this football team. You're supposed to win the national title. Mm-hmm. So they lose to Oregon by 1. They lose to Michigan by 3. They'll still be in the playoffs. But they missed the title game for the Big Ten. It's Penn State and Oregon for the Big Ten championship, in Indianapolis. Is it this weekend? Anyway, I'm not that crazy about Penn State. I think Oregon's the man. They're really good. They're ranked number 1.
Well, they're number 1, Texas 2, Penn State number 3.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll see how this all works out and whether Illinois, at this point, do you care who we play? The only game I didn't think we competed very well was Oregon.
Yeah.
And if Alabama is kind of that level, that's probably not very good for us. And I don't think Alabama's as good as Oregon, but they're very good. They're Alabama. So I guess, are we ready for that game? And do we have seniors? We don't have very many seniors. Illinois will have, if everybody comes back and they don't transfer and all the blah, blah stuff that happens, we'll have 16 starters out of 22 back for Illinois' football season next year. No, I don't think Luke Alkmaar goes pro. I think he probably is. To me, he needs to be bigger. Mm-hmm. He's too slight for me to survive an NFL career.
Okay.
I think he needs another 10 or 20 pounds or something. It just looks too slight, I guess is the word. But he's had a terrific season. He had some picks on Saturday, but Illinois won in the cold at Wrigley. And a terrific year for Brett Bielema, 9-3. Illinois, in the history of Illinois, and I keep in mind, back in the day, we were 8-1, and that was like national champion. We didn't play 12. So to be a 10-win season in the history of Illinois football, which spans 120 some years, it's just happened 4 times that we win 10. This could be number 5 out of 120 some years that Illinois would actually put together a 10-win season.
9-3.
But we'll win the bowl game and go 10. It would be 10-3. So a 10.
Thank you for that.
10-win season never happened.
Okay.
So it's a special year. It worked out. We stayed relatively healthy and just a great job putting together a football team. And so now here comes this week, which is going to be, in the words of Brett Bielema, pandemonium. Because they're getting calls now. Purdue, before they fired Ryan Walters, had lost all their recruits quit. They all said, I don't want to come.
Okay.
They weren't winning. It was awful. So we got one of their guys, a 4-star, 6'4" linebacker that's going to have impact at Illinois. He's coming here now. So when you start winning 9 times and getting on national television and beating Michigan on national television, you get a call. Because there's a lot of Illinois players who would like kind of to stay closer if we had a good program. You want to get Chicago to come here? Yeah, because we've never had Chicago, really.
Right.
We've had blips here and there, but they all go to Michigan, Ohio State. Mm-hmm. So this is big for recruiting. It's big for this week. We're going to get a lot of phone calls. We're not going to be able to accept all the ones that want to come here now. That's how quickly that changed. Okay, I've got to
And the basketball team won, too.
The basketball team is good.
I know it.
We will
beating number 19, Arkansas.
We'll talk more about it. It was just when you make your 3-point shots,
I know.
The game is easy.
Yeah.
We made half of them. We were 50% from 3-point.
I was watching with people unfamiliar with our basketball program on Thanksgiving at 3, and they were like, who are these guys, Diane?
You're going to remember.
A lot of European names on your team.
I wish Kasparis Yakajonas could play longer because this is definitely one and done. Will Riley is one and done. So it's a brief stay. Enjoy. He's an Illinois man. Kinda. He's as much of Illinois as anybody. But Kasparis has been playing in pro ball in Europe. This is not an 18-year-old kid. This is a man. And this kid, number 32 for Illinois, you just clap. Brad Underwood said, I can't coach that. That's it. He's just got it.
That's awesome.
And you can't, every now and then when special people come through, you hope, you get upset in the first game of the NCAA. I know how that works. but we're good enough. It looks like we're going to be good enough. Bring it. We can play and beat anybody, UConn, whatever you want to do. We're that good this year.
It was cool to see Tomislav Ivicic playing against his brother on the Arkansas side.
I'm telling you what, I mean, they have to be the only 7'1" twins in the world. You have twins, they're generally smaller. They're just so long. They're just so big. Honey, how much more milk do you need? That was fun to see that, brother on brother in Arkansas and Illinois. But Brad Underwood is just putting together. This is could be the most talented team we've ever had, 1 through 10. I mean, have you ever seen a bench like we have that comes off and you're going, they're about the same?
We got some depth.
We got some talent.
So Northwestern at Evanston at 8 o'clock on December 6th.
And that would be Friday? 2, 3, 4. I can't.
And then I know we have Wisconsin on December 10th is our next home game, in case you want to text in Illini to try to win at
217-359-2255.
I forgot my number.
That's
after
okay.
4 days.
Long weekend of activity.
Yes.
Okay, we'll be back. I've got all kinds of stuff on Hunter Biden getting the pardon. If you've listened to this program, what did I say? 2 things. Number 1, Joe Biden will not be their candidate. And number 2, he's pardoning his son.
Yes.
We'll get into that next. Stand by. It's ESPN 93.5, and it's Monday. Attention, Illinois football fans. Coming to the Marriott Hotel December 7th from 1 to 3. Your chance to get autographs from quarterback Luke Altmaier, receiver Pat Bryant, and running back Khalil Valentine. Just go to the Marriott Hotel Saturday, December 7th for your chance to get these autographs. Go to littyville.com to pre-order and get your place in line and receive a free player t-shirt. Again, Marriott Hotel, 6th and Green, Saturday, December 7th from 1 to 3. Go to littyville.com, that's littyville.com for all the details and to register.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. A free pass for the son of President Biden, who pardons Hunter for his criminal convictions on tax and gun charges. So what is the 54-year-old saying about his dad's decision?
I have admitted and taken responsibility for my mistakes during the darkest days of my addiction, mistakes that have been exploited to publicly humiliate and shame me and my family for political sport. I will never take the clemency I have been given today for granted, and I will devote the life I have rebuilt to helping those who are still sick and suffering.
Fox's Brooke Singman. Arizona Democratic Congressman Greg Stanton posting on X, I respect President Biden, but I think he got this one wrong. You'll need more than an ordinary shovel.
We have 3 states, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York, that are all approaching almost 6 feet of snow in certain locations.
Fox Weather's Britta Merwin. America's listening to Fox News.
Weather this morning brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
It's Cyber Monday. Do you want to get some deals and hand things out for Christmas? The pool passes, the Health and Wellness Center now, urbanaparks.org.
So again, everyone, let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign and vicinity. Hope one and all had a fantastic, long Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Back at the weather office and back into play. A myriad of fast-moving disturbances will keep some ups and downs on temperature, but generally a colder weather pattern across the area. Some signs that will begin to pull out of this chillier spell with milder days ahead come the weekend and more so into next week. But at least no major winter weather systems on the maps and charts for the foreseeable future. Up to 29 for the day today. Radar has a few light snow showers and flurries over parts of the area. Cloudiness as well. West-northwest wind colder tonight, clearing and down to 14 tomorrow. Mostly sunny, cold at 33. Maybe a flurry and sprinkle and a partly sunny, windy Wednesday at 43, but back down to colder weather. Only in the mid-20s on Thursday, up near 30 on Friday. Readings in the low to mid-teens at night, and some moderation expected to begin over the course of the weekend. Partly cloudy skies Saturday, dry, partly sunny Sunday. High temperatures for the weekend, upper 30s and lower 40s. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm Peter Greg Soldier.
All right, 15 is what I got on the board here. 15 degrees.
A little chilly.
13 earlier this morning.
Up to 44 by Wednesday.
Yeah. I mean, so again, remember what month we're in.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the Stevie J thought for winter. December, January. You get through those, we got it done.
That's right.
So every day through December, and then you got Christmas coming up. January's a long one. February's a rough one, but it's short.
Right.
I got it all figured out, and meanwhile, the snowbirds look like geniuses.
That's right. Thanks to everybody who turned out for our various Christmas parades over the weekend. A good showing in downtown Champaign with Champaign Center Partnership and their Parade of Lights. And yesterday, here in downtown Philo, right in front of our studios, I was announcing all the entries as they went by and lit the tree. Fun times.
Yeah, well, it's good of you to help and do all of that, as always, Diane Ducey.
Thank you.
All right, 7:34.
I'm extremely proud of my son, Hunter. He has overcome an addiction. He's one of the brightest, most decent men I know, and I am satisfied that I'm not going to do anything. I said I abide by the jury decision, and I will do that, and I will not pardon him.
The president would not pardon or commute the sentence for his son, Hunter. I just want to make sure that that is not going to change over the next 6 months. The president's saying he would not.
It's still a no. It's still a no.
It will always be a no.
It's still a no. It will be a no. It is a no, and I don't have anything else to add. Will he pardon his son? No.
Let me go back to the first question of the briefing. I know you said not a lot's changed since yesterday and that it's a personal matter, but from a presidential perspective, is there any possibility that the president would end up pardoning his son?
No.
Well, is there?
I just said no. I just answered. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Will you accept the jury's outcome, their verdict, no matter what it is?
Yes.
And have you ruled out a pardon for your son?
Yes.
Okay, just in case. By the way, I found those on X. Couldn't find them on YouTube.
Okay, gotcha.
They're not out there.
Uh-huh.
You have to really dig to find when he said no 100 times. So I had said 102 times that he's going to pardon his son. I would pardon my son.
Right. And that's paired with, I think most of us would say we would pardon people in the family tree.
We would pardon. No, if you have,
sorry.
If you don't have a great relationship with your son or daughter,
right?
You might be legacy bound and would never, because you don't even know your kid. But if you are at all involved in your children, you're going to pardon them. I thought it'd be maybe the day of the inauguration, just kind of slide it on through with the other 150 people.
That's true.
And so he dumped it on Sunday and then went to Angola with Karine Jean-Pierre.
Right.
So there's no press conference in the next few days.
That's right.
And then she'll just blink her eyes and go, look. The president looked at it, how unfair it was, and just finally concluded it wasn't fair.
That's right.
It was all political because we've never done that to Donald Trump. So it's just ridiculous.
Well, and he should do it now before things, December 12th was the court date. I mean, let's not go through all
I guess
that
that's
if you're
the
just
reason.
going to pardon him.
So they had their turkey, and but there's no decision. Look at it the other way. What if Joe Biden's sitting there and says, "Yeah, I might." Oh, he's going to pardon. He doesn't respect the judicial system.
Right.
Yeah. So just lie.
That's right.
Just lie.
That's right.
It got all the stories away, and now he's in Angola. Nobody cares, and the media's not going to hit it very hard.
I know.
I mean, he's in Africa.
This will work its
cycle
but by the end of the day today.
You should never
be on to the next
surprised on stuff like that. I was adamant he would not be the candidate for president for the Democratic Party. I said it over and over and over when people said, you're wrong. I said he will not be the candidate. And lo and behold, they pulled out a June debate. And then they had the entire MSNBC panel morose going, he's got to do what the patriotic thing. They knew that for a year and a half or 4 years. The guy has been just struggling. And you could say, well, what's going on now? Who is making the day-to-day? The same person is making the day-to-day decisions for the White House 2 years ago. Nothing has changed. It's just what it is. And so to deny it was whatever, and now they couldn't deny it anymore. Now they say he's patriotic and he's got a great legacy. He ought to be on Mount Rushmore. Are you kidding me? Really? Anyway, so he pardoned his son. That was probably a layup, easier to predict than, I mean, of course.
It was inevitable.
You think of your own kids. Mm-hmm. You're going to. Now, he did make the pardon all the way back to Barista. That's when he took the job in Ukraine as a board member, and so that'll cover all of that stuff
too. The past 10 years or something.
Well, it's the past 10 full years of anything he did wrong. So Hunter Biden doesn't have to go to
Dad.
aforementioned December 12, December 16. But nobody should be shocked at that. And he lied. Nobody should be shocked at that. So it's what would I do? Nothing. God bless you. See you later.
Yeah.
I'm not wasting another minute on Hunter Biden. I know he got pardoned, and you can do that. And I'm not wasting another minute on Joe Biden. He's addled. He can't do it. He couldn't remember boo. I mean, forget about him. He's the president. Thank you for your service and good night.
That's right.
Next, move on. We got to figure a lot of things out.
Yep, we do.
Kash Patel has now been nominated to be FBI director. And we'll see if he can get through. Kash Patel is a believer that the FBI is not absolutely honest with all of us. He sat down with Glenn Beck.
That's under direct control.
Talking about the black book, Jeffrey Epstein. Somebody's got that information. Who's got the black book?
That's under direct control of the director of the FBI. Just like the manifesto from the Nashville school shooting of the Catholic school. We still haven't seen that, right? It's not the Nashville police or PD saying we don't want this out. The FBI airmailed into that operation and said this is not getting out. Because they do that because this is another government gangster operation. All these local law enforcement communities get funding from the DOJ and FBI for local programs. And if you don't cooperate, you're not getting your $1 million for this, and you're not getting and that's a lot of money to these local districts. That's how they play the game. That's why you don't have a black book.
But the black book, it's not just sitting. I mean, that's Hoover power times 10.
And to me, that's a thing I think President Trump should run on. On day one, roll out the black book. And not just that. On day one, roll out all of the text messaging communications we were told were deleted. On day one, play the rest of the video of the pipe bomber. On day, one of the reforms I talk about in government gangsters is you need a central node to be continuously declassifying. This is another thing they do. They overclassify. And I'm telling you, as the former number 2 in the IC, they overclassify 50% of the stuff there to protect the deep state. Oh no, you can't see that. Nothing to see here. Gina was a master at it, of doing it. And we still haven't seen half of the Russiagate report that we wrote. Still under lock and key. On how the ICA was originally constructed. We put 10,000 man hours against John Brennan's team that did it. And we found out why they came up with their bogus conclusions. But we couldn't sell it to the world because we couldn't talk about it. And the government gangsters came in and buried it. All of these things, there needs to be a continuing central power, whether it's the White House or offsite, that says every request that comes in, just right out the door, as long as it's not a major threat to national security.
Okay, I mean, can we handle that as Americans? Can we handle the truth? I mean, seriously, Jack Nicholson, you can't handle the truth. Can we handle the truth? Do we want to know who's involved with Jeffrey Epstein? Would that hurt and kill the legacy of many prominent people?
Right.
How about Diddy? We know a lot about Diddy that we don't know about Diddy. Do we want to see the list on that?
Right.
Is it important to know the truth? Do we want to know if something nefarious went on in the 2020 election, or do we want a full investigation about January 6th? There are people that are adamant it was just an insurrection. Were there FBI infiltrators antagonizing? What about this Ray Epps, who is all about riling up the crowd with a bullhorn, and then was the most wanted man for one day and then disappeared? I think we need answers. What about all that we knew about COVID? Can we handle the truth? Maybe we can't. Maybe that's why we are protected by our own government, thinking they'll panic. They'll never believe government again. They'll never trust us again. We can't allow this. They buried a lot. That's why they call it the deep state. And so that's why Trump got in trouble. He came to Washington and he opened some stuff up and said some things you can't say. And there's Republicans that are totally deep staters. I need this thing to be transparent because here the people rule. We need to be able to be big enough and mature enough and understand that we're all fallible. We all sin. We all goof. We all make mistakes. But we ought to know what the country's doing, and maybe we can't handle the raw, bare truth. Maybe we don't want to go back and find out what happened to John Kennedy. There's all kinds of information buried for another 40 years. Should we know? Should the country know? And history be put in its proper place? I mean, what happened? We ought to have the truth. If you don't know what happens, we can repeat the same mistakes. You learn from those. That's all you can do. You can regret, you can be sorry and all those things, but you need to learn from them. We can't, and so Kash Patel will be a guy, and I think the working men and women of the FBI, 99% are just good, solid agents that are tough. It's the leadership that is suppressing and hiding and classifying different things because they don't want it out there because that'll hurt this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy. Remember the 52 people that said The Hunter Biden laptop's a fake and it's Russian. 52 of them didn't have a clue. They just knew they had to cover Joe Biden.
Yeah.
So what should happen to those guys? They shouldn't have classification, privileges and be able to see all of our secrets because they all still do. You have to at least ban them from seeing stuff anymore. What's wrong with that? If they went and lied blatantly about Hunter Biden's laptop, that just shows what kind of character they have. So you don't need them. They're done. See ya. Thanks for your service. But you shouldn't see the secrets anymore. And they all declassified. They're all up at that level still. So there's a lot that can happen. And Kash Patel will be the guy that probably does something about all that. How many powerful people don't want the Jeffrey Epstein stuff out? Bill Clinton said, we just talked about foundation stuff, and I rode in his plane a few times, and I wish I never would have met him. That's what he said.
Okay.
But Bill also said he had no really affair going with Monica Lewinsky.
Right, and Jennifer Flowers, and
he just listen, if you want to talk about policy wonk and a really smart politician, Bill Clinton.
Sure.
If you want to talk about a guy who had a problem, Bill Clinton. He just had an issue. A lot of people are addicted to different things.
That's right.
In any event, 217-359-2255. You want to comment on any of all that?
Knocking things off your 14-point list for today on December 2nd.
4 full days, for crying out loud. Yeah, if you have thoughts, text us. Call us, 217-359-2255. That is the Fisher National Bank text line. Quarter till ESP on 93.5. We will be right back. Your favorite Mexican restaurant, El Toro on West Springfield in Champaign, is still open 7 days a week despite the construction on West Springfield. If you're craving those mouth-watering Mexican dishes, just enter from the east. When you see the barricade at Springfield and Kenwood, look for their special driveway. It'll guide you straight to El Toro. El Toro will be serving up your favorites all through the construction for the next 5 months. Open daily and ready to welcome you. El Toro, your destination for authentic Mexican cuisine, even during construction.
At F&B Wealth Management, it's not just about numbers, it's about people and communities. Hi, I'm Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank and F&B Wealth Management. Our team is united by a shared passion for helping you achieve your financial goals. We are equipped and eager to work together to craft personalized financial solutions just for you, including retirement planning, risk management through life insurance, long-term care insurance planning, and investment advisory services. Together, we will celebrate milestones, navigate life's transitions, and build a financial future that reflects your values. Experience the difference of a team that truly cares. Visit investwithfnb.com to learn more about dedicated advisors and start your journey toward a financial confidence today.
F&B Wealth Management is a division of Fisher National Bank. F&B securities are not insured by the FDIC, not a deposit or other obligation of or guaranteed by the depository institution, subject to investment risks, including possible loss of the principal amount invested. Securities, insurance, and investment advisory services are offered through Midwestern Securities Trading Company, LLC, MSTC, member FINRA, SIPC, MSTC, and F&B are not affiliated.
F&B Wealth Management, supporting exceptional communities full of exceptional people.
Got a plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical, or sewer problem? Look no further than Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. Locally owned and trusted, Fred's team of professionals is ready to tackle projects both big and small. Why waste time and money on complicated DIY fixes? Fred's experienced team will get the job done right, saving you time, stress, and cash. And when it comes to sewer problems, make sure you call Fred's for a second opinion you can trust. At Fred's, they do it all. No project too big, no project too small. They do installation, repairs, replacement, and maintenance, and they now offer service agreements. For reliable service, professional expertise, and solutions that work, call Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric today, 217-586-3863, or go to fredscu.com. You can always trust Fred's.
All right, sports headlines. Diane Ducey.
Let's see. We tapped a lot of the bases, but NFL action, we had the Colts over the New England Patriots 25-24. And boy, the Bills over the 49ers in bad weather. 35-10 was the final last night. Tonight we'll have the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos for Monday Night Football. In NBA action, Memphis over the Pacers 136-121. We also had NHL action with Columbus over the Blackhawks 6-3. Now, when it comes to our NCAA volleyball team, we have a berth, and we'll be playing Northern Iowa in Louisville Friday at 3. 18-12 on the season, 10-10 in the Big Ten. Congratulations to Chris Thomas and our Illinois volleyball team for making the NCAA tournament. Also, bowl bound, baby. Illinois football beating Northwestern 38-28, now ranked number 21. Have that land of the Lincoln Trophy. All this stuff hasn't happened since 2007. Now we'll wait for the bowl pairings on Sunday, December 8th. Lots of speculation between now and then. And we'll hear from Jay Lehman after 3.
Yep, Jay's on today.
Excellent.
Jay Lehman after 3 today. What's he think of the whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
That'll be great.
Our AP college football poll looks like Oregon on top, Texas, Penn State now number 3, Notre Dame, Georgia, Tennessee, Ohio State at number 7. Buckeye Nation is going crazy after Michigan won 13-10.
Ryan Day, the head coach of Ohio State, said, outside of his father dying, the worst thing of his life has been losing to Michigan. And he said, for his family, the worst thing for his family's lives has been losing to Michigan. That was before the game. This is the worst loss ever. Ohio State, Michigan.
Buckeyes always lose to the Wolverines, right?
No.
The last 4 times.
4 times, but this one was, I don't know if there's ever been a game where one of them is a 23-point favorite. This was Michigan ain't any good. Let's lay the wood on them. Let's beat them 50-0. 23-point favorites and you lose? The last series that Ohio State had the ball down 3, they couldn't even complete a pass. It was so bad. If you, after you're done, just ring up Ryan Day overall record.
Okay.
And see just how good a job the Ohio State gig is. It's a great job. You can't lose. You can't lose any games. And if you lose a game, you're out. And if you lose 4 times to Michigan, you're totally out. I think the guy might actually get fired unless he wins the national championship. If he goes and makes a run in this 12-team playoff, and I think he's probably good. Otherwise, I'm telling you what, you can win 100 times and lose 2, and if it's both to Michigan, you're hurting. You are hurting. But Ryan Day's overall football record is shocking. I think it's single-digit losses. They just never lose, but it's not funny for poor Ryan Day.
Right.
Lost 4 in a row, and they bought the best team man could buy. Most ever spent on the college football team, and they do that. Anyway,
I better, before I move on to our, basketball team beating Arkansas and all of that, pull up this record. He's only 45.
He's 47. No. Anyway, young, big beard. Yeah, I can't imagine. Columbus, Ohio. They're not normal. I mean, they're not like us. We're okay. 6, 7, 8. Go to a bowl. Yay. But as expectations grow in those cities, you think it's just the dreamy. It's pressure. You can't lose. And then when you start winning, you got to win by enough. And then they're not quite good enough, and we're the best team, or we're not the best team. It's the best team in the world collegiately or bust. That's it. And you got to win those things.
Record is 66-10. Does that make sense?
Doesn't sound like enough of a record. I don't know how many years he's been there. Maybe 5 or 6. Okay. 66-10. 10's kind of a lot. 4 to Michigan. Oh,
annual salary, $9.96 million.
Yeah, well, he'll be okay. Anyway, it's a whole different. You look at this guy's record and you go, well, what's wrong with 66-10? I mean, Brett Bielema was, what is Brett Bielema? 28-23, 28-24, something like that. That's great.
Yeah.
Good job. I mean, coming to Illinois is where we were and where we are now. 5-7, 8-5, 5-7, now 9-3. He's the man. Brett's the man around here. So good news. All right, 7:50.
Brett's record is 27-22.
Okay, that's about right.
And
that's pretty good for 4 years at Illinois. If you look at past coaches outside John Mackinnon, they're just tough. It's tough first 4 years. All right, weather this morning on ESPN 93.5, brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Your premier provider for home improvements, specializing in siding, windows, doors, roofing, outdoor living. Visit kramersiding.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign and vicinity back in and back on duty. And hopefully one and all had a fantastic holiday weekend period. Still that hint and touch of wintertime continuing out for this week. And up and down on temperatures as well will be the story. But once again, no major weather systems in sight. Signs of a little milder spell of weather getting going around here come the weekend and more so into next week. In the meantime, next little fast-moving weak disturbance will generate a few flurries and even a snow shower for this morning through early afternoon. Cloudiness at a high near 29. West-northwest wind clear tonight. Cold. Lows down to 14. Sunshine cold tomorrow and 33. A little more seasonal briefly for the day on Wednesday up to 43. Maybe a few flurries or sprinkles early on. Windy, much colder weather on Thursday, only in the 20s. Highs up near 30 on Friday. Then upper 30s and lower 40s for Saturday and Sunday under partly to mostly sunny skies. For Stevie G Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Yeah, and we've not spent a lot of time on Illinois basketball because it was all the way last Thursday, which feels like last month, which was last month. Does that mean that Thanksgiving this next year will be on the 29th? We're getting even later and later till we go back. It's the last Thursday, it's Thanksgiving.
I thought it was like the fourth Thursday.
Fourth Thursday, Thanksgiving. So I think next year, it must be like the 29th.
It's the 27th.
All right, so late again.
But it's still late again.
Okay. All right, kind of quick Christmas season, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, Illinois basketball. What can you say? Against Arkansas, wow. 11
Ranked number 19.
Up to 19. We were out of the top 25.
We were out, but Arkansas was ranked number 19, and we took them down 90 to 77.
It was we just never wavered.
I know.
We were up 11-0. It just
Is
was
it because it's a different league?
It's because we played great.
Okay.
And we have extraordinary talent, and basketball looks quite easy when the ball goes in. Now, there'll be nights when the ball doesn't go in, and those are the grinds. And Brad has said that many times. When the ball doesn't go in, you got to figure out how to win. Well, when the ball goes in, it's pretty easy. I mean, we had a 19-point lead, 18-point lead, and then they got it down to 9. Then we spread it back out, and you see Kasparis Yakijonas just kind of dribbling and then shooting. They say off the dribble, it's very hard to do that. We got Will Riley that can do it. We got Kasparis that can do it. We got
Thomas Lavivicic look good.
That guy, and they said, Thomas, when did you know you were going to play so well? And I did that at the warm-up. Oh, well, what happened? I just felt good. He said, I knew if I'm going to shoot, I'm going to make most. He did.
All right.
And he's also a 21-year-old guy that's played pro ball. It's a different level. And, if you've seen Brad and Orlando and the guys around, they just kind of know.
Yeah.
You got a team. When Brad Underwood says, I don't really have to coach Kasparis, he knows what's needed. In a basketball game, he knows what the team needs. And he delivers.
That's great.
And this is one you got to remember. So if you've got basketball tickets, try and go to all the games you can, because this is you don't see this very often.
Well, I think at FightingIllini.com, they're doing a Cyber Monday deal for the Illinois-Wisconsin game on December 10th at 8 o'clock.
Why wouldn't that be sold out?
You might want to take note of that. I would think so, too, but they're doing a deal.
Must be
I think it's a buy one, get one for today only Cyber Monday, but we've got tickets, too, if you want to text in 359-2255. And thanks to Express Employment Professionals, your top talent and opportunities, expresspros.com. Plus, you've got a game coming up at Northwestern in Evanston on Friday, December 6th at 8 o'clock. And that's a game you'll want to check out from PIA, 1609 West Springfield Avenue.
Yeah, I'm looking at my Wisconsin tickets. They are up. Now, folks, they quit tickets. They quit the paper ticket. In Illinois, you get them in your wallet.
That's right.
You get them emailed, then you put it in your wallet on your phone. And you don't get the next game's ticket till that game's done.
That's right.
So I don't have tickets for any game except Wisconsin, and then when Wisconsin's over, I get the next one.
That's right.
Be Tennessee, I think. Wisconsin's undefeated, I think. I don't think Wisconsin has lost, and they pounded Arizona, which was kind of a shock. So I think Wisconsin's got it going on, but so do we. And we said it's going to take time. They're still going to evolve and probably get better, but I'm telling you, this could be quite the ball club by February, March.
The women's basketball team in Canisius,
yeah.
There you go. Buffalo, New York at 5 o'clock today. They did have a loss over the Thanksgiving holiday to Kentucky.
Did they bring their snow boots? You saw what happened on TV with Buffalo and 49ers in Buffalo. Yee.
Right.
Okay, we will pause for the news at the top of this hour, come back with lots more. Way to go, Australia. Way to go, Australia.
Australia? The land down under?
The land down under. I shall brief you as what they did that I am giving a standing ovation to.
Okay.
And it took guts. Will America attempt such a thing? Stand by. Do not miss this. The news next.
Make this holiday season truly magical with Champaign-Urbana Ballet's The Nutcracker, December 5th through the 8th. Presented in partnership with Krannert Center for the Performing Arts, Area-Wide Technologies, Bill Bass Foundation, Stone Ridge Dairy, Two Men and a Truck, and Champaign Ballet Academy. Tickets at the Krannert Center box office or cuballet.com. Experience the unforgettable story, music, dancing, and tradition of CU Ballet's The Nutcracker.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Illinois basketball star Merez Johnson on needing some help from Sarah Champagne and Ben Quattrone.
I was going back home for a weekend and I was going to be downtown. I text Ben, I like, can I get a different car? Go to Chicago, and I got something small, a nice Buick, something that was nice. I got my car back when I came. It was quick. Ben and Sarah Champagne took care of me.
And Sarah Champagne would do that for you too. Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA Champagne.com. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
It's full and unconditional. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The pardon President Biden issued for his son Hunter, not just letting him off the hook on a felony gun conviction and tax evasion he pleaded guilty to.
It covers any crime the first son may have committed between January 2014 to December 2024.
That's Fox's Madeline Rivera.
This is a big 180 for a president who has long said he will follow the rule of law, but the president says he changed his mind because he believes Hunter's charges were meant to break him politically. In a statement, the president says, in part, here's the truth. I believe in the justice system, but as I have wrestled with this, I also believe raw politics has infected this process.
The president also wrote that no reasonable person who looks at the facts of Hunter's cases can reach any other conclusion than he was singled out because Hunter is the president's son, though President-elect Trump calls the pardon abuse and a miscarriage of justice, as House Republicans have spent years investigating Hunter Biden's overseas business dealings in an impeachment inquiry also probing the president. Congressman Pat Fallon tells Fox Business.
He said, I never discussed business with my son, or I never met his associates. And then that was found to be a lie. And they said, well, I didn't benefit from it. And then that was found to be a lie. Well, it was just a loan. And then he lied to us repeatedly, saying that he wouldn't pardon Hunter.
President-elect Trump's nominee to take over as Attorney General, Pam Bondi, will meet with Republican senators today after Trump over the weekend also nominated conservative Kash Patel to take over as the FBI director. Democratic Senator Chris Murphy opposes that, telling NBC's Meet the Press.
Donald Trump told the American public during the campaign that he was going to turn the Department of Justice into a political operation, an arm of the White House to destroy his political opponents.
Israel confirmed today that one of its soldiers held hostage in Gaza, who is also an American, Omer Nuetra, is dead, and he was killed when taken by Hamas in the terror attack last year that triggered the war. It's Cyber Monday when Americans back at work after Thanksgiving may shop on the job. Adobe predicts we might spend $13+ billion today shopping online. America's listening to Fox News.
Trump's victory doesn't mean our financial worries are over. Hi, Dr. Ron Paul here. Washington's spending addiction still threatens your savings. That's why I recommend gold IRAs from my friends at Birch Gold Group. These accounts protect your retirement from government mismanagement. For a free info kit on gold IRAs, text the word SHELTER to 989898. Don't wait. Text SHELTER to the number 989898 now for your free kit from Birch Gold.
Message and data rates may apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
The Supreme Court will take up a transgender case this week after an appeals court upheld bans on gender-affirming care for children in Kentucky and Tennessee. The court will consider that on Wednesday. This morning, the justices will hear a vaping case.
The FDA is blowing no smoke when it comes to its crackdown on flavored vape products, as the agency has denied more than 1 million marketing applications after a surge of teen vaping considered to be at an epidemic level. The Supreme Court will hear arguments from the FDA and lawyers for vaping companies who argue the agency hasn't considered arguments that sweet vaping products can help adults quit smoking without putting kids at risk. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has also asked the FDA to crack down on nicotine pouches, while Republican lawmakers have vowed to introduce legislation to protect vaping and pouches. In Washington, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
On Wall Street this morning, stock futures are mixed, not moving much after Friday's record high close for the Dow. Capped off its best month of the year. The Dow gained more than 7% in November. A lot of Americans went to the movies over Thanksgiving weekend, and a Disney sequel had a big debut that melted Frozen 2's record.
A ticket sale tidal wave for Disney's Moana 2.
This is bigger than the ancestors. Bigger than us. The entire ocean is counting on us.
The sequel shattered expectations, bringing in an estimated $221 million. That's a record for Thanksgiving moviegoing. The sensation of Wicked continues, bringing in more than $117 million over the 5-day weekend. And if blockbusters for you, Gladiator 2 collected $44 million in its second weekend.
That's Fox's Jill Nato. On Sunday Night Football, the Bills clinched an NFL division title in a snowy game in Buffalo, blowing out San Francisco. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Yep, I went over to Body and Soul Sports.
Oh, good.
Bought some shoes.
And that deal is still going through the end of the day today.
Closes tonight. 5 or 6. 6.
Yeah.
Talked to Mike Lindemann. Yeah, they have been moving through. They got 5 boxes of entries where you can register to win stuff, and they had a busy weekend. So anyway, I got some new Hokas I'm excited about.
Okay.
Benjamin got some Brooks. Is that the name of the? Got some of those. Got some inserts. Make them fit good.
Yep.
And they put them on the treadmill and watch them run. I mean, that's what Body and Soul Sports does.
They want to determine your gait and the type of shoe that you need to best serve you. I had no idea until the orthopedic appointment with Aiden on his flat-footedness and the type of shoe that he needs, and they recommended Body and Soul.
All right, so one more day of this sale, and I saved a full 20%, which is very nice.
Customer appreciation sale, 45 years.
45 years.
When we talk with Mike Lindemann.
Right off Route 45 at Savoy, and Mr. Solier, I noticed right by the Body and Soul, kind of to the west, is the movie theater. And I hadn't seen 12 cars there at once, and with Wicked out and Gladiator
2 and Moana 2 is number 1 over the weekend.
Well, it was like the old days.
Yeah.
Good.
Pre-COVID crowd.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
It is a good thing. I mean, I thought movies were maybe toast. I guess you put the big ones. Mission Impossible, the last one, is out in May.
Okay.
And I think I've seen every single one of those. Because all the jumping around and all the running.
And Cruise does his own
a lot of stunts,
right?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's, I enjoyed that series. I don't know how many Mission Impossibles there have been, like 10, a lot. But I like them. I think they're pretty good. And he's just, I don't know what he does with his hair. Is that real? Because he sure looks good.
That's right.
The guy's 62. I thought he was as good as he's ever been in Maverick. I thought Tom Cruise had that role really well.
You can't take that answer, or something like that, right?
No, you can't handle the truth.
Or am I thinking something? Oh, A Few Good Men. That's the movie.
A Few Good Men.
You can't handle the. Yeah, he was great in that. He's just a kid. I mean, the kid's been around since what? What was the Risky Business?
Yep.
Yeah.
But he was in a couple of things before that. I mean, he was a teenage star. So he's been at this thing 50 years.
Yeah, that's right.
That's crazy. All right, it's our meteorologist, Greg Solier, brought to you by Kurt Lenshaw, State Farm Insurance. Like a good agent, Kurt and State Farm are there, and by Busey for over 155 years, member FDIC. Well, sir, it's happening, man. It's December, so I can't be shocked at any of this. It's
meteorological winter time, and I look at it. Maybe in about do the math in my head. About 6 weeks, we'll begin to get discernible. Ooh. Longer days around here. So it's sort of an adding, subtracting type thing until then. So, that's what I look forward to around here. The first sunrise at Barrow, Alaska.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, I'm not of course, asking anything too specific, but do I need to keep my shovels around here handy?
Nothing imminent, nothing middle range. We are anticipating a little more action beginning and going right around the holidays, and that remains a little bit of a question mark. We've had to reassess the shorter term of the longer range with the tropics winding down. Of course, we've had these cold air dumps, but I tell you, the warmth over the western half of the country, we think we ultimately will get into some of that around here. Warmth as in relative to December time, and when mid and upper 30s are pretty common, still think we've got a fair number of 40s coming our way, at least, probably about a week to 10 days out from now. We'll get little snippets of it close to it here around and just north of that Wednesday, and again over the course of the weekend. So the cold air here early on will be on the wane. But in the meantime, it is cold out there this morning. 18 Willard and Savoy, same at Danville, 17 at Rantoul. Really, we're not far off typically what we ought to have for a early December day, not by much at least. And the radar is at least painting a little light snow and flurry activity. We think most of the stuff is reaching the ground out northwest still of the Illinois River, and a few flurries probably all we expect, and maybe a snow shower in spots. That's it. Clouds, highs near 29, should be in the upper 30s this time of the year. We'll clear it off this evening, 14. Sunshine, cold tomorrow at 33, back up to 43 with a morning sprinkle and a snowflake on Wednesday, and a gusty southwest and west wind. Back to colder, 24 Thursday, in the 20s temperature-wise, much of the day on Friday, but then we recover for the weekend. Upper 30s on Saturday, 43 on Sunday. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Altmaier, a pump. Oh, he's got it. Now he rips it on the double move. It's Pat Bryant running his way into the Illinois record book. It's a touchdown to tie the single-season program record for Pat Bryant.
Yeah, I got 10 touchdown catches. That's Brandon Lloyd and David Williams back in the 80s, Brandon in the 90s and early 2000s. Brandon Lloyd was at the game to watch it. Are you keeping track of us, buddy?
Of course I have. It's been a great season, especially being the 100-year anniversary of Memorial Stadium. So I've been back to more games than I have been previously. And it's been a great time because the team has been performing so well. Playing great through adversity. The top performers are playing well. The offensive coordination, the defensive coordination, the special teams, it's all been a really fun season to watch.
Anybody remember Brandon Lloyd? He was with that 2001 Sugar Bowl team, and on my program back in the day as a guest sportscaster at least twice. And somewhere in my life, I have a mini disc of him on the show doing a rap.
Oh.
And he was creative and fun and had a massive personality. And boy, he's grown up. Little boy's a man. He'd come into the studio, I'd give him a big hug. He'd sit there and do the sports. It was fantastic. And the same kind of thing with that whole week. We did a whole bunch of. We did it every year. Ron Turner loved it. Ron Turner, the football coach at that time, loved his guys getting that kind of exposure.
We did get the players in the studios, and
Loney took time off, and we went in there and had football players in the whole week. And I think
Josh Whitman was on.
Josh Whitman, the first time he's ever been on the radio, was on my show doing sports. And back then, he was like a man. He was always mature and together.
Right.
He was just a good tight end for Illinois.
Absolutely.
But we had how did we have Kurt Kittner? I can't remember. We had all the big names come in, and we had just a lot of fun with them. And
Kurt Kittner and I worked a lot together on the assemblies where we'd go around to different schools, talk about nutrition, talk about staying on the right path, talk about keeping your mind clear.
What would we call those things?
Hometown heroes.
Hometown heroes. We went to a lot of schools, and we were the MCs.
Absolutely.
And had different panels. Teresa Grantz, I remember on those. It was always very
Introduced
good.
her, too.
Yeah, very good. We
really
had a lot of fun with the athletes. No question. But, no, I mean, Brandon Lloyd, did he win a Super Bowl? Because it looked like he had a ring on his finger.
Right. He did have that Illini Letterman jacket
it was
on
cool.
at Wrigley.
Very, very cool. And did you see anybody see the Coleman Hawkins little clip? He was, I think it was Thanksgiving.
Was he wearing the Letterman jacket?
He did. Brandon Lloyd and Coleman Hawkins.
Okay.
And Coleman was great. And he just had a double-double at K-State. I don't know how his season's going. Probably pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
But he got $2 million to go play in Manhattan, Kansas for 6 months. And he says, hey, I love Illinois. And, people understand I had an opportunity. Yeah, we get it. $2 million, go there.
Right.
Oh, man. And I guess I was illuminated. Oh, by the way, I don't have time. Okay, so I'll do this after the next little break.
Okay.
The thing I wanted to tell you, I teased this. I'll do this first, then the other thing. The IHSA has a problem. They have a deep problem. I'll talk about that. Australia.
Yes.
I've been railing on what for kids? Phones. Australia has banned social media for kids under 16.
I mean, is that really going to work?
Yes. Well, if you have any parents looking at it, you're breaking the law. You're not going to have Inspector Clouseau coming your way. I don't know. How can you stop that?
Yeah, I just typed in the country and social media ban comes up first.
All right, so it's banned.
Search.
What does it mean if you break the ban, and how do you know? I guess, I don't know. It's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
How do you enforce it? And if you got parents that disagree with it, how are you ever going to know except you hand your phone? I guess social media companies going to have to police it, or they're going to get hit huge fines.
I see.
So the X's of the world and the Facebooks and the Instagrams and the TikTok. How many kids under 16 in Australia have TikTok besides every one of them?
Mm-hmm.
Right? How many? Could you Google how many people live in Australia? And then you take probably, 10, 15, 20%, 15% member under the age of 18, 16. It's 16, under 16. So when you turn 16, it's like driving in America. You can get.
So 26.64 million live in Australia.
All right, so you're talking about millions of kids that are probably under 16 years old. So I don't have any idea. It's going to have to be parental because they already have the phones that get social media. So if you gave them something without internet, so you can call home and get a ride, I guess you could do that. But listen, I'm for it. But application, enforcement, what are the penalties? How do social media people track who's on it? How do you possibly, because you put a fake birth date, how do you know?
That's right.
You don't know who you're talking, just like the predators out there. You don't know that they're men or women or anything.
And it's so funny when you see the young people today and their birthday comes up and it could be that they're 46. And that means they used a false, year born or whatever. I don't know how you enforce this sort of thing.
I think it's a great idea. I don't think they ought to be on it. Let's just say I don't think there's any gains in being on it.
It's probably better for your mental health if you're not. There's so much negativity and critical people.
And bullying. All that.
Yeah.
I think it's 100%. I think it should happen, but I know it's probably never going to happen, but it's not helping them. It's not helping their life. It's probably making it a lot worse. Bullying online, cyberbullying, people taking their own lives because of the embarrassment kind of stuff. It's just too much. Too much stuff. I think it's cool that you can have a phone and call people without wires. I thought that 40 years ago, but I think this has gotten way too much with the naked pictures you're sending to your boyfriend who's 14. Yikes. Okay, sports headlines.
Number 19, Illinois women's basketball against Canisius in Buffalo, New York. We saw in the football game yesterday how bad the weather is up there. Bills end up beating the 49ers 35-10, but our Illini women in action at 5 tonight as number 19. Number 21, Illinois football over Northwestern 38-28. Now 9-3 and 6-3 in the Big Ten. We'll see what kind of bowl pairings will happen on Sunday, December 8th. Illinois basketball 90-77 over 19 Arkansas. Next up will be in Evanston against Northwestern.
8 days off, right? From Thursday to Friday. You got 8 days off.
I guess so.
Practicing and Yeah.
They might have actually had a Thanksgiving meal in there somewhere.
Well, they had probably
their
would their pregame 4 hours before be a turkey? Probably.
You think?
Why not?
I don't know.
Good food.
They need some high performing.
Isn't that protein? Isn't turkey protein?
Sure. Maybe so.
Maybe steaks and turkey. Steaks and turkey.
Friday at 8 o'clock on the 6th, and then the next home game will be against Wisconsin at 8 o'clock. Already getting some texts in for that game.
Yeah, if you want free tickets to Wisconsin, I'm holding them here in my hand, and we're giving some away. 217-359-2255. Simply text in to have a chance.
Our Illini volleyball team, NCAA tournament, 18-12 on the season, 10-10 in the Big Ten. Will be taking on Northern Iowa in Louisville, Kentucky, Friday at 3, as we've got that NCAA berth. Congratulations to Chris Thomas and the crew.
Yep.
Colts over the Patriots, 25-24. As you know, the Bears lost in that
brutal end of the game.
Detroit,
Matt Eberflus lost his job. If you haven't heard, it was a horrible finish. The Bears didn't call timeout. The clock ran out. They were right there to at least take it to overtime. And they let the clock run out, and that was it. And people were stunned and shocked, and he lost his job over it. So, and it wasn't the first, questionable thing. I mean, they've lost 3 of the last 4 in questionable tough ways.
Yeah.
That was probably the worst, though. All right, let's check weather. ESPN 93.5 with our meteorologist, Mr. Greg Solier.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign, Van vicinity back in and back on duty. And hopefully one and all had a fantastic holiday weekend period. Still that hint and touch of wintertime continuing out for this week. And up and down on temperatures as well will be the story. But once again, no major weather systems in sight. Signs of a little milder spell of weather getting going around here come the weekend and more so into next week. In the meantime, next little fast-moving weak disturbance will generate a few flurries and even a snow shower for this morning through early afternoon. Cloudiness at a high near 29. West-northwest wind clear tonight. Cold. Lows down to 14. Sunshine cold tomorrow and 33. A little more seasonal briefly for the day on Wednesday up to 43. Maybe a few flurries or sprinkles early on. Windy, much colder weather on Thursday, only in the 20s. Highs up near 30 on Friday. Then upper 30s and lower 40s for Saturday and Sunday under partly to mostly sunny skies. For Stevie G Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
I'm Neil Cavuto, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Intel has announced its CEO Pat Gelsinger is retiring after a distinguished 40-plus year career. Gelsinger is also stepping down from the board of directors. 2 Intel executives will step up to take over as co-chief executive officers. Gelsinger began his career in 1979 at Intel, growing to eventually become its first chief technology officer. Also, Carlos Tavares, the head of Jeep's parent company, Stellantis, is stepping down, effective immediately. That news came out on Sunday. The company's been dealing with slowing car sales this year, and its profit declined by nearly 50%. And Tesla shares are up 2% after some upbeat comments from Wall Street analysts. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Pusova, invested in you.
It is time to take the quiz.
5 days a week, it's 5 questions in less than 5 minutes. We ask people on the streets of New York City to play along. Let's see how you do.
Including the pre-Super Bowl era, what NFL franchise has won the most NFL championships?
I'm going to say the Cowboys.
Good guess. I would say the Packers.
How'd you do? Exactly. These get tougher, so hang on.
Make sure you take the quiz every weekday at thequiz.fox. Thank you for taking the quiz.
Kelsey Furniture in downtown Tuscola sells Tempur-Pedic beds. What's it like?
I'm going to tell you right now, Stevie, that thing is the best thing I've ever slept on in my life. My wife and I both have said we've never had better night's sleep. And the people at Kelsey's were fantastic. Brian is the guy that helped us. You know, as much as I did my research, he had a world of knowledge about beds themselves. Oh, man, it's like sleeping on a cloud, man.
Kelsey Furniture, downtown Tuscola. All right, nice to have Naomi Whitman on the phone, Crisis Nursery. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I love the holiday shop. Tell people what's happening, the timing, everything else, and what is it?
Yeah, so our children's holiday shop is coming up this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, December 5th through the 7th. It is an event where children and their families can come and they fill out their shopping list for everyone that they want their children to shop for, and then the children go off with a volunteer shopper into a different room to pick out gifts for everybody on their list and stick to their budget. And then they return to their parents with their gifts in hand, all wrapped, so that it's a surprise for whenever they're going to open them.
It's so great. I mean, we did this years ago. The kids are so excited about it. They love picking and choosing. They can't wait for you to open it. It is such a great idea. Crisis Nursery does what, Naomi?
So we are a 24-hour crisis child care facility for children 0 through 6 years old. So when families are dealing with a crisis, we can care for their children for up to 72 hours at a time. So when they're with us in our care, they get 3 hot meals a day, snacks when they need them, they get to play, they get naps, they get a bath, they get bedtime, a comfy, safe place to sleep. So all those good things while the families are figuring out their next steps to navigate their crisis.
Some of the cool things about the holiday shop, Naomi, are some of the characters and volunteers that are involved in various days, Thursday through Saturday at the Orpheum. Can you go over that schedule?
Yeah, so on Thursday, December 5th, the Illini cheerleaders and Parkland men's golf team are going to come to shop with the children. On Friday, December 6th, we're going to have Elsa and Anna there to take photos. And then on Saturday, December 7th, Santa and Mrs. Claus are going to be there from noon to 4.
Nice. I love it. And it's such a great experience. The gifts that you're getting are, $15 value or less, depending on the person's budget. And you make that donation to Crisis Nursery. And the kid walks through the holiday shop there at the Orpheum while their parent or guardian or friend is waiting for them. And since the kid is wrapping the gift with the volunteer, it's a total surprise on Christmas morning. I love this concept.
Yeah, it's so much fun. And it's great to see the families that come every year. It's become a tradition for a lot of families. Yeah. The nursery has been in the community for 40 years, and we've had our holiday shop in the community for a little over 30 years now. So it's pretty exciting to have those families that come every year and just make it part of their traditions.
Well, it's awesome. Okay, again, tell me what time, what window I have, and where.
So Thursday and Friday from 3 to 7 at Orpheum Champaign downtown, and on Saturday from 9 to 4 also at Orpheum.
Awesome. Listen, I hope it goes really well. Hope Crisis Nursery gets a lot of money this season to do the wonderful work that you do, Naomi.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure. Thank you for being on. They do great work. They've been doing great work, and I pray they could close their doors, but unfortunately, they're needed. Crisis situations for little kids.
CrisisNursery.net for details.
So the IHSA has a real problem. Whether they identify it or not, it's getting to be too big.
Mm-hmm.
The private schools have got to have their own tournament. They cannot mix with the public schools because the championship games are just ridiculous. I watched 2 minutes of the Monticello Montini game, Lombard Martini and Monticello.
Mm-hmm.
2 minutes I watched. I said, it's over.
Right. 49-8 was the final.
It was not that close. They had to run the clock. It was a running clock, I think, for all three first 1A, 2A, 3A championships. They have a running clock. You want a running clock in a title game like a Super Bowl? How would that rate if the Super Bowl was a running clock?
Class 2A, Chicago Christian over Maroa Forsyth, 47-0.
You know how good Maroa Forsyth is? So,
Althoff Catholic, 57-14 winners over Lena Winslow in Class 1A.
Yeah, why are they 1A? They should be 4A. I guess they quit the multiplier. I don't know what it is. But listen, all due respect to these Catholic schools, they're awesome. They just need to play competition. They need to play teams that can give them at least a decent game in a championship. And we can't do it.
DePaul College Prep, 40-6 winners over Mount Zion in Class 4A.
All right, so if they're going to continue on with this, then I guess you look at the semifinal. The championship for us in Central Illinois was Monticello Unity, right? I mean, that's Unity would have had the same thing happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
Montini handed the ball off. They got 23 yards of carry. It was like, oh my gosh, this is not good.
Yeah.
It was just a different level of football. And so if the IHSA doesn't get around and listen and say, what are we going to do about this? You ought to make it competitive. I mean, why did Byron, who's been the man in 3A for 5 straight years, why did they have to play Lombard Martini in the second round and get beat? Byron should have been the Class 3A champion, probably, at least favored. But you bring in a school that plays, 5A teams all year and then go down to 3A in football. It's just not even competitive. They just had such men. So I think it's very disappointing seeing all the IHSA and Hancock Stadium ISU, how all that worked out for the championships. What a letdown for these kids that worked all that season, get to the championship game, and not even be competitive. You can't tackle a guy who's twice your size.
Right.
So I hope they address it. I hope they fix it.
Okay.
You simply have to have a private, figure it out, do the private school and the public schools, and I think you'll have a fair game. So I was bummed. Monticello, I mean, Cully Walters is a great coach. Scott Hamilton's a great coach.
Absolutely.
Kept running into buzzsaws from the north. And I think that, the Byrons and the Stillman Valleys, those are public schools, and they're just really good and had great history. But the Lombard Martinis and the Belleville Altos, and Belleville has an Oregon recruit in 1A. Unity played them as a 3A power and lost 53-52 in the last second. So, I mean, that tells you how good Unity was to play Belleville Altos that well when they have such good athletes. So whatever's happening, and I learned last Wednesday that high school players can get paid. I don't think there's any NIL programs going on at St. Joe Ogden or Unity or Monticello, but somebody could come in and pay these kids and, give them some money, yikes. I don't even like the college stuff. See how wild that's become. And now everybody's going, we ought to have limits. So then cheating will happen again.
Yeah.
People will bust through the limits. So they've opened that Pandora's box. Now we're living with it. But at least you're not Ohio State, who spent the most money in college football history for their team and then lost to Michigan for the 4th straight time.
Ouch.
Oh, man. All right, we'll break. We'll be back. Our final segment of the morning, 217-359-2255. You can always jump on the Fisher National Bank text line if you got stuff to comment on.
Love to hear from you.
Yeah. We'll be right back. And again, text the line if you're interested in free Illinois-Wisconsin tickets. That ought to be a really good game.
December 10th.
Going to be, students will still be here. 14th, students will still be here. That's the Tennessee game. What's Tennessee ranked? Way up there.
Yeah, it is.
All right, 8:30, ESPN 93.5. When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is right here in Champaign-Urbana to help you select the right protection at the right price. Kurt will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
News. I'm Therese Crowley. President Biden explaining the post-Thanksgiving pardon of his son Hunter. Says he trusts the criminal justice system, but not in the case of Hunter, despite his pledge as president not to pardon his son on tax and gun charges. GOP Congressman Corey Mills tells Fox.
I think that he thought the outcome was going to be different, and that's why he's continuing to go ahead and push forward with this two-tiered justice system.
The pardon covers not only Hunter's tax and gun charges, but any crimes he may have committed over 10 years, including his Burisma earning years in Ukraine. President-elect Trump posting, does the pardon given by Joe include the J6 hostages who have now been imprisoned for years, referring to the Capitol riot prisoners. I-90 is reopened in New York and Pennsylvania after a paralyzing Great Lakes lake effect snowstorm. 3 to 5 feet from Michigan to New York may pile up to 7 feet by Thursday. America is listening to Fox News.
Your favorite Mexican restaurant, El Toro on West Springfield in Champaign, is still open 7 days a week despite the construction on West Springfield. If you're craving those mouth-watering Mexican dishes, just enter from the east. When you see the barricade at Springfield and Kenwood, look for their special driveway. It'll guide you straight to El Toro. El Toro will be serving up your favorites all through the construction for the next 5 months. Open daily and ready to welcome you. El Toro, your destination for authentic Mexican cuisine, even during construction.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign, Van Ness vicinity back in and back on duty. And hopefully one and all had a fantastic holiday weekend period. Still that hint and touch of wintertime continuing out for this week. And up and down on temperatures as well will be the story. But once again, no major weather systems in sight. Signs of a little milder spell of weather getting going around here come the weekend and more so into next week. In the meantime, next little fast-moving weak disturbance will generate a few flurries and even a snow shower for this morning through early afternoon. Cloudiness at a high near 29. West-northwest wind clear tonight. Cold. Lows down to 14. Sunshine cold tomorrow and 33. A little more seasonal briefly for the day on Wednesday up to 43. Maybe a few flurries or sprinkles early on. Windy, much colder weather on Thursday, only in the 20s. Highs up near 30 on Friday. Then upper 30s and lower 40s for Saturday and Sunday under partly to mostly sunny skies. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Well, Busey wants to remind you that holiday shopping and all those awesome fun, but you be careful with financial scams and fraudulent activity. Busey promises sound advice, helping you keep safe while you shop, both in stores and online. A lot of online today, particularly. Set up alerts to monitor for suspicious activity on your account. I get all kinds of notices when stuff that's not quite normal happens. Be cautious of deals that seem too good to be true. Buy one for $49 when it's $600 is not true. Be aware of your surroundings. Easy to get caught up in the hustle bustle of the season, but make sure you always have physical possession of your bank and credit card information. Be cautious to whom you are providing financial information. Beware of mystery shopper scams. Legitimate mystery shopper programs do exist, but they do not ask you to send money back to them via wire, prepaid cards, or gift cards. If you suspect that you or someone you know may be a victim of a scam, contact local law enforcement or your bank for assistance. Busey online services include all of these things we've talked about. Be careful, be aware. To access additional info that will protect you from scams and identity theft, visit the information security section of Busey's financial blog. It's called Money Matters. There's a lot of good things on there. Money Matters, Busey for over 155 years. Member FDIC. The national, international story of the morning is...
Of course I have. It's been...
is Joe Biden. And will he pardon Hunter? No, I'll never pardon Hunter.
I'm extremely proud of my son, Hunter. He has overcome an addiction. He's one of the brightest, most decent men I know. And I am satisfied that I'm not going to do anything. I said I abide by the jury decision, and I will do that, and I will not pardon him.
The president would not pardon or commute the sentence for his son, Hunter. I just want to make sure that that is not going to change over the next 6 months. The president's saying he would not.
It's still a no. It's still a no.
It will always be a no.
It's still a no. It will be a no. It is a no, and I don't have anything else to add. Will he pardon his son? No.
Let me go back to the first question of the briefing. I know you said not a lot's changed since yesterday and that it's a personal matter, but from a presidential perspective, is there any possibility that the president would end up pardoning his son?
No.
Well, is there?
I just said no. I just answered. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Will you accept the jury's outcome, their verdict, no matter what it is?
Yes.
And have you ruled out a pardon for your son?
Yes.
Until he didn't. And so what they
he had to do that.
Well, I mean, but to just continue.
Compromise the justice system by saying I'm going to pardon this, whatever they do out of the gate.
Wonder what answer he could have given that wasn't a bold-faced lie. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
You're right.
And then you come out, first of all, you put it out on a Sunday and then get on a plane to Africa with your spokesperson so nobody can ask any questions till everybody forgets.
Bye.
See ya. I'll be in Angola.
Bye-bye.
See you later, alligator. And so after a while, crocodile. And then so here's what she'll say. Look, the president analyzed everything and realized that it wasn't fair. They were picking on his family just because who Hunter is.
It's politically motivated and all of that.
They were attacking him, and of course we don't believe in that. We don't believe in using justice to get your political enemies. It's disgusting.
Oh, really?
No, it's disgusting.
What happened in New York with Trump?
Stop asking the same questions. I told you. And he changed his mind. Can't people change their mind? Oh. When is this over?
Stevie.
When is this over? Anyway, I had said all along because I would pardon my children. Yes, I would. And you would too.
Right.
Heck yeah. If you have the power of the presidency, you're going to send your son or daughter to jail, you're going to pardon them. Okay, the Morrissey shooting. Morrissey Park. Intruder wrestled with the gun. The homeowner got shot in the arm. The other guy died. It happened a week ago.
Okay.
And it was all over the news. I think kid might have made a mistake and thought this was the house he's supposed to go in. He allegedly was involved in something down the street, got kicked out, was not necessarily sober, or all kinds of rumors swirling about what. But the bottom line is it looks like this was not a planned anything. And instead of trying to tell the person to leave, I've got a gun, the man was attacked. They wrestled. And 5 shots were fired. And the man shot himself in the arm, and then the other young man, 21-year-old from Urbana, who played soccer, I guess, for the high school team, had been around a while. He's from Mexico. But it sounds like a horrible, mistaken, wandering, knock on the house, wasn't the right house, and then went in and kind of wrestled. So that's kind of what I know about that.
Okay.
But horrible, just horrible. And this is a young family, too, with kids. So anyway, whenever there's a shooting in Champaign, it seems to be more and more in the last decade. How many more stories do we have on shootings?
Double homicide out of Danville over the weekend, too.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Okay, it's Monday all day, December 2. This is called, what, Cyber Monday?
Yes, it is.
When you can jump on and get... And what happened to Amazon? They went on strike.
Oh.
Look, Amazon strike worldwide. Doesn't Amazon use the hire independent contractors or go through a subcontractor so they don't have employees? So I think people that deliver Amazon don't work for Amazon.
I see.
They work for another company who provides the Amazon vans, and they take all the employee stuff, and Amazon just hires the contractor. I think that's their structure. So they want paid more. And I don't know. I have no idea what an Amazon person makes. I don't think it'd be very much because you can get a lot of people to do it. The way you get paid more money is to have specific knowledge or specific information or be trained up in a specific discipline where not everybody can do it. I mean, there's some people that are amazing at sales and they make a lot of money. And those that aren't don't make as much. It's kind of how it works. You can get a lot of people to probably serve cafeteria food. It's not something that's going to take a ton of training. And so you don't get paid. Those jobs don't pay as much because a lot of people can do them. You know, sports announcers. How many guys want to do sports and probably pretty good at it? Mm-hmm. They didn't get paid that much. You'd be shocked at how little these guys get paid relative to where they are.
It used to be when I was in school for broadcasting, they said 1 in 12 will continue on as a broadcaster because there's so many people that wanted to do.
Well, back then, now it's a little different. I think things have changed dramatically since the earlier days. But no, you just you get paid based on how hard it is to replace doctors, lawyers, architects. Those guys have specific knowledge and are going to pay more because their training took more.
But this headline says thousands of Amazon workers in the U.S. and abroad are striking from Black Friday to Cyber Monday, have participated in this annual strike 5 straight years as part of the Make Amazon Pay movement.
Amazon says they're being misrepresented. It's not true. They're a great place to work, is what they say. And so I don't know. Do I call or order on Amazon and get my stuff? I just ordered something on Amazon. Wasn't a very big thing, I don't think. Anyway, we'll see if it shows up. I don't know if deliveries are delayed, but obviously Amazon's impact, I can't imagine. How many boxes come to people's houses now from Amazon?
It's crazy.
And I don't get how you can ship a bag of dog food. How much would that cost to ship?
I know, that's heavy.
I take anything heavy down to the post office as $1 zillion.
Right. Average pay for customer fulfillment and operations roles at Amazon are approximately $22 an hour.
So it's $50,000. If you don't get any benefits, it's $44,000 a year. You always take the $22 an hour and double it. So if you're making $30 an hour, it's $60,000.
Mm-hmm.
But there's tons of opportunity in all kinds of different fields right now. If you just I mean, I can find 4 businesses right now that would train you up in HVAC, and you get paid pretty well.
Yep.
We know that truck drivers get paid $60,000 to $80,000 to $100,000 depending on what you're hauling. So the money has improved. The problem has been that chicken costs $20. That's the problem. So and hopefully when chicken comes down, because delivery costs are going to come down, because gas prices are going to come down, because we're going to drill baby drill, then hopefully everything will come back to place. Generally, though, when price increases happen, you ever notice how slow they are to come back? Because once the costs would lessen, you can make more profit. So you might want to keep those prices where you're kind of used to it. Well, we don't like those prices. Grocery prices are out of sight. It's just ridiculous. I mean, we're all feeling that. You're going, what the heck? How can you go to the grocery store, have 2 plastic bags full for $88?
Yeah.
So what is that about?
Yeah.
It's nuts. I mean,
how'd you feel about the Thanksgiving meal? You were buying things up. I was just attending, so it was
you spent less. You spent less than we did.
I made the cheese ball.
We had a house full of people, which we loved. It was a great blessing. It just the best. Played a lot of card games. Played a lot of games.
Yes,
we loved that, and just had so many laughs. But grocery prices were way higher than last year.
And it's so nice for Thanksgiving not to have the stress of the presents. The presents have just gotten out of control. On the standards that we have developed, that we have to buy so many gifts for people.
Well,
I do not like that at all.
Well, maybe
we're doing another Secret Santa where you get one gift for somebody that you just picked randomly out of our little hat.
Okay, so is that your first year of doing that?
This is our second year.
Okay.
So then you don't have to get a gift for everybody in the family.
So you don't either?
I don't.
Okay.
So it makes it nice.
Okay, then you shouldn't be unhappy now. You should be happy. Happy. We're having fun.
This is all about Jesus' birthday. Yeah. We should just love each other and sing some carols and all that.
It's certainly gotten a lot. I mean, it's been commercialized for decades,
yeah.
but maybe it's gotten even more. But the pressure's on because prices are so high for anything. So I think I think the bottom line, that's why Donald Trump won. That's why he won the popular vote. Everything's too expensive. So deal with it.
Yeah.
If you can't deal with that, then you lose. And Donald Trump, his party won't win if everything's ridiculous next time. It's all about the economy. It is. It's true. It's how you feel because you're reminded every single day that butter costs over $7.
Right.
Butter was $3. It was $7. What? I like butter.
I know.
It's great when hard work and experience are recognized. Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. I am thrilled to share that Fisher National has been ranked 7th in the nation as a top lender in mortgage loans among banks with asset size of $300 million to $1 billion by our National Banking Association. This recognition is a testament to our lending team's dedication and expertise. After all, better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making. If you're in the market for a new home or considering refinancing your existing home, let our team at Fisher National Bank earn your business and trust. We offer competitive rates with low closing costs, and we locally service almost all of our loans. Come see us with all your home mortgage needs and experience the top-notch service that has earned us national recognition. Learn more at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches today.
Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
There's a new showroom at Flooring Surfaces in Champaign. Choose your next floor in an incredible space filled with beautiful hardwoods, durable waterproof vinyl, elegant porcelain tiles, and the finest carpets in Central Illinois. Find inspiration around every corner. And when you need help, Flooring Surfaces offers free measuring, free design assistance, and expert advice. Visit Flooring Surfaces today at 401 Mercury Drive in Champaign.
Flooring Surfaces, your first stop.
All right, ESPN 93.5. One more peek at sports headlines.
Aiden Laughery, man,
Man,
he
he's
had a
good.
great game as our Illini, number 21, beat Northwestern 38-28.
Yep. Hey, they scored like last second. It was 38-20, and then they got 8. Anyway, Aiden Laughery from Gibson City, Melvin Sibley High School, had 172 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns. Fantastic game. Why wasn't he there all year? He's been hurt. He got hurt early, then again middle, and had a fantastic spring. Brett Bielema talked about him and said, man, this kid is really great. And then he got hurt, and then he got hurt again.
Yeah.
So he was healthy against Northwestern and showed that he gets an opening, he can beat you to the end zone. He's fast.
Right.
So next year, we got 16 out of 22 starters back. We could be good with all the NIL, new people, portal, all that. We'll probably have a few people leave. Some of the young guys didn't get to play, aren't happy. It's going to happen. That's part of the deal. So we'll see what kind of team Brett Bielema can put together, because I had no clue. I was hoping for 6, and we got 9. How about that?
Yes, and when it comes to the bowl pairings on Sunday the 8th, Aiden Laughery will probably be in that game then, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It's just Pat Bryant and some of the seniors who are looking at the NFL now.
If they're being told across the board that everybody's got them in the first 3, 4, 5 rounds, it's guaranteed millions of dollars, and it's too big of a risk. I think everybody that makes the 12-team playoff, they play because everybody's watching that. But when it's a bowl game and you've had a great career, and do you play because you love your team, or do you play because you're guaranteed millions if you don't get hurt? And then if you start thinking about getting hurt, you get hurt. You can't do that.
I know.
You just got to play.
So
if you can't play free, you shouldn't play.
Saturday, December 7th, Liddyville is where you sign up to get one of those autographs.
I'm telling you, you'll want to go. It's going to be at 6th and Green at the
hotel.
Marriott, is it? Yeah, the 6th and Green in Champaign. It's all at liddyville.com, LITTYVILLE, but they're doing Valentine, the number 5 running back freshman.
Right.
Then they got Luke Altmaier and Pat Bryant, and what a Christmas gift that could be.
Absolutely.
So it's register. I think it's $40 for all the autographs, 5 more if you want a selfie with them. And yeah, it's all set up. Liddyville.com, LITTYVILLE. But to get Luke and Pat together, that's pretty cool.
I love it.
This Saturday, check the website for times and how you register.
December 7th. So we also have our Illinois volleyball team heading to an NCAA berth with their 18-12 record, 10-10 in the Big Ten, taking on Northern Iowa in Louisville, Kentucky on Friday at 3 to start that process. Our Illinois women's basketball team against Canisius in Buffalo, New York at 5 o'clock tonight.
Right.
They did have that one loss to Kentucky over the weekend.
All right.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Urbana Park District with a new website, urbanaparks.org, with a fantastic new look, including an ADA accessibility program so more people can navigate the website. There's translation services. Just press a button and read the website in a foreign language. Want to register for an Urbana Park District class or program online? It's easier to use. Urbana Park District, you belong here. Check out the new website, urbanaparks.org.
In an ever-changing real estate market, it is so important to work with experienced agents like Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor teams at Taylor Realty Associates. They have the knowledge and expertise to get your home sold for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. Trust the experience and success of Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor team at Taylor Realty Associates. Give them a call today at 217-355-0700 or visit them online at taylorboys.com. That's taylorboys.com.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. We are honored to be celebrating 15 years of service and want to thank all of our amazing clients for their confidence and trust. We look forward to meeting the needs of current and future clients in the years to come. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Don't let the chilly weather keep you from having fun. Warm up with exciting activities instead. Registration for Champaign Park District's winter and spring programs is now open, with activities for all ages, ranging from sports and fitness to cultural arts and special events. There's something for everyone. Whether you're looking to learn a new skill, socialize, or just have a blast, their activities are designed to inspire creativity and expand your horizons. Stay active and engaged all season long. Visit champaignparks.org for details.
One thing's for sure, everybody's different. That's why the new Villa Grove Community Center has something for everyone. Basketball your thing? Got it. Baseball or softball? Indoor batting cages and leagues for all ages. Indoor running track, soccer, pickleball, weightlifting, ellipticals, it's all here. Plus a splash pad for those hot summer days and a community room perfect for parties or meetings. And membership is open to anyone. The Villa Grove Community Center. What's your thing?
Attention Illinois football fans, coming to the Marriott Hotel December 7th from 1 to 3, your chance to get autographs from quarterback Luke Altmaier, receiver Pat Bryant, and running back Khalil Valentine. Just go to the Marriott Hotel Saturday, December 7th for your chance to get these autographs. Go to littyville.com to pre-order and get your place in line and receive a free player t-shirt. Again, Marriott Hotel, 6th and Green, Saturday, December 7th from 1 to 3. Go to littyville.com, that's littyville.com for all the details. I want to register. Yep, you got to do that. All right, Jay Lehman after 3 today.
Norm Miller here, chairman of Interstate Batteries. You know, without batteries, life would be pretty lifeless. That's why Interstate All Battery Centers carry them in every size, shape, and style so you can drive, drill, call, film, or do whatever it is you want to do. Stop in today. They've got the power to keep you going. Interstate All Battery Center. Outrageously dependable.
Interstate All Battery Center. You'll find them outrageously dependable just over Interstate 74 at 2504 North Mattis Avenue in Champaign, with batteries for most every application in stock.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Thank you for choosing 2 Men in a Truck. How may I help you?
Hi, I have a strange question. I need help getting my holiday decorations from storage, and then I need to rearrange my furniture for our upcoming parties. Can you guys do that?
Oh, that's not strange at all. 2 Men in a Truck has completed over 10 million moves. We can deliver your decorations right to your doorstep. And of course, our moving experts can help rearrange your furniture for your holiday gatherings.
Not sure how your move is going to work? Go to 2meninatruck.com for your free estimate.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands from Lands Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Underground Solutions. Are you tired of dealing with leaky faucets, basement flooding, bursting or leaking pipes? From plumbing maintenance and repairs to installing new water heaters and sump pumps, our goal is to get you up and running as soon as possible. At Lands Plumbing, we have 24/7 emergency service and a team of highly skilled professionals that will work with you to get the job done right the first time. I'm Troy Lands, and you can count on my company because you can count on me.
Hi, it's Ellen Hook, owner of your newly remodeled Ashley. Get your home ready for the Get It Before Christmas event. We have hundreds of items in stock and ready for delivery just in time for the holidays. At Ashley, whether you need a cozy new sectional for family gatherings or the perfect dining set for Christmas dinner, plus mattresses throughout the whole store with hundreds of items in stock, we've got you covered with fast delivery. Don't miss out on these amazing deals happening now at Ashley, located at 602 West Anthony Drive, Champaign.
All right. We will, God willing, be back with you tomorrow on Tuesday. Looking forward to that. Don't forget Jay Lehman with Lonte and Derek Piper with Kyle Tosk later today.
Here are local shows at StevieJay.com.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Diane.
Enjoy the day.
It is Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. Thanks for listening. Stay warm. Have a great Monday.
Room renovation is complete. At the new Flooring Surfaces, you'll enjoy a modern shopping experience in a showroom filled with the latest innovations in floor covering, plus custom blinds, shades, and shutters in an expanded window treatment area. Flooring Surfaces can help you with free design assistance, expert advice, and professional installation, all in a brand new space you have to see to believe. Visit Flooring Surfaces today at 401 Mercury Drive in Champaign.
Flooring Surfaces, your first stop.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana. You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
One thing's for sure, everybody's different. That's why the new Villa Grove Community Center has something for everyone. Basketball your thing? Got it. Baseball or softball? Indoor batting cages and leagues for all ages. Indoor running track, soccer, pickleball, weightlifting, ellipticals, it's all here. Plus a splash pad for those hot summer days and a community room perfect for parties or meetings. And membership is open to anyone. The Villa Grove Community Center. What's your thing?
Flooring Surfaces has a brand new showroom. You'll see beautiful products displayed in new and exciting ways, with inspiration around every corner. Enjoy a modern floor covering experience in a space designed to showcase what Flooring Surfaces does best. Premium flooring options, free design assistance, free expert advice, and professional installation services. Now in a showroom that's easy to shop. Visit today at 401 Mercury Drive in Champaign.
Flooring Surfaces, your first stop.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
Just with code Schefter. That's code
You're
Schefter.
listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign, Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.